So Cleveland and Brooklyn, guys, they're going to kick things off at 7 Eastern time. Both these teams finishing with identical 44-38 records. So when it comes to DFS, as we've mentioned earlier, Kevin Durant's going to cost you $12,000 on this 2-game slate. Probably a must-have in your winning lineup, but what's your strategy going to be here, Friar?
Well, when I'm looking at this Cleveland-Brooklyn game, I mean, in general, we're looking at this slate, and you're playing the main contest. You're going to have to have two of the stars from either of these games. There's Darius Garland, of course, in this game as well, and Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie's actually the guy that I want to go with tonight. You're going to be able to save a little bit at 10.7K versus KD. And with him, I know he logged 41 DK fantasy points against Cleveland last time out, but they're going to have to tighten up along the perimeter. Cleveland is, if they're going to have a chance at contending in this game, which means you're going to have Kyrie and KD creating some semblance of offense. Of course, the stars show up in this, and Kyrie is against his old team too. I think he's going to want to send a message just as much as KD, even more so because it's his old team. So Kyrie is a guy that I like in this one, and if you're looking for a pay down option, I think that Kevin Love in that mid-range at 6K is the guy that I like among those bigs. Okay,
Maddie, how do you approach this?
Well, first of all, I'm happy to be here with Nick in the playoffs.
Yeah, congratulations.
I do think that this is going to be a slate where people use a stars and scrubs build because there are some value plays to like, and there's a lot of high-level expensive players. So I think in the mid-range, Kevin Love is a good call. Andre Drummond might be my preferred option there because I do actually think people are going to play Nick Claxton, who might be the go-to value play for most people on this slate. So Drummond gets you leverage off Claxton. If Drummond's playing well, if the game is close, then we probably see less of Claxton and more of Drummond. So it's hard to pick between Durant and Kyrie and Towns and George. I think they're all good options. But in the mid-range, I do think that Drummond is the guy who just gets way overlooked at 6,500. He's a little too expensive. So I might actually start my lineups with him.